New at 5, the first woman to pilot and command a NASA space shuttle is in Tulsa today. Eileen Collins is at the Tulsa Air and Space Museum for their new Women in Aviation exhibit, where she's featured among other women. Fox 23's Jade Morrow is live in the newsroom after talking to Collins. Jade, you also talked to a current pilot who looks up to her and got to meet her today.
That's right, Shay. And throughout Collins' journey, she was always fascinated with science fiction, which led to her interest in space and aircraft. And she told me that her goal was to become the best pilot that she could be. But she even had her doubts.
I think we need to accept the fact that it is normal to have doubts about yourself. You got to keep working. And at some point, you're going to reach that pinnacle where you're like, I'm the best I can be right now. But it's not easy to get there. You got to keep working towards it.
Eileen Collins says her mistakes turned into her motivation, a message she now shares with others to help them succeed in life. She trained at Vance Air Force, based in Enid, Oklahoma, and became one of the first female pilots there in 1978.
There were 4 women, women that have ever gone through pilot training. They've been training there since 1944. So the Air Force wanted to do a test program to see how women flew military aircraft. And I was in the first wave of women that went through there.
17 years later, she served as the first female T-38 instructor pilot at the base. As for becoming the first female space shuttle pilot and commander, she says words of affirmation like, "I can do this and I've got this," helped.
I didn't want them to say, "Oh, look, the woman did it." And I was so, I want to say, focused in on not making a mistake. And I worked so hard to not make a mistake. That actually helped me be a better pilot in general.
Breaking through the glass ceiling to the stars is what Collins did, and it's now the title of her book that aims to inspire young women, like commercial pilot Ashley Shelton, who wanted to become a pilot after her grandfather served in the Navy. Shelton says Collins paved the path for women and girls in what is still a male-dominated field.
It's really just very inspiring, and it continues to be inspiring even though women play more of an active role in the military, as pilots, as engineers, as air traffic controllers, whatever it is. I deal with it sometimes, but being a female pilot in a male-dominated industry, but I feel right at home, and I've always known I've made the right choice.
Collins also has a new documentary coming out called Space Women, and about her journey. The museum hosted special screenings today and the planetarium. Live in the newsroom covering News That Matters, I'm Jade Morrow, Fox 23 News.
If you missed today's event here in Tulsa, you can head to Oklahoma City on Saturday. Eileen Collins will be at the Girls in Aviation Day event at Will Rogers International Airport that starts at 10 a.m. The Oklahoma Department of Aerospace and Aeronautics says it's a day where girls can learn about all sorts of careers in our state's second largest industry.